Happy Hump Day and welcome to a Wednesday edition of the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. We've got an air quality advisory in effect for Brandon today. Not a warning, just an advisory. It's going to be smoky and hazy today as we've got more forest fire smoke, wildfire smoke wafting its way into our area, so be aware of that. On today's show, U.S. booze is back. Are you waiting for some Jack Daniels? Do you like Tennessee whiskey? Well, I've got some good news for you, but it's going to take some gas in your car. Saskatchewan and Alberta are putting American liquor back on store shelves. Details on that coming up. Also, a woman goes viral for her breathing sourdough starter. It breathes. It's alive. I don't know much about sourdough, so I'm going to need some sourdough experts' help on this one today. You've heard of overweight bags at the airport, but have you ever been charged for underweight bags? Never heard of such a thing. Apparently, it's happening more and more. Underweight bags. What is that exactly? What qualifies as an underweight bag? Did Taylor and Travis secretly get married? This is about to blow up the internet. Details on that. And a little bit about weddings today. Wedding crazy. Should guests pay for the food now? I mean, food costs are enormous. So you get invited to a wedding. Should you get a bill like you do at a restaurant? It's a growing trend. Also, a story of a bride asking a bridesmaid to gain weight. Oh, I love these bridezillas. And Mountain Dew's new insane flavor coming up on the show today. Quick look at weather outside. And again, we do have an air quality advisory in effect. We are expecting maybe a little bit of sunshine today with just 15 school days left on the year. High of 22 with some sunshine today and still looking for some precipitation for Dad's Day weekend. It looks like it's going to be raining on Sunday and possibly Monday too. Before we get to our regularly scheduled good mornings, I want to address the elephant in the room for those that may be lurking or watching from out of our area. Our smallest high school in our town, very small little high school, suffered a very traumatic event yesterday. And our city is hurting. It is shaken. And it's all over social media locally. And there was an attack yesterday at Neelan High School. not just shocking, but it was terrifying. For students, staff, and especially parents, this is the kind of thing that you hoping would never happen in your town, but it has. A young student was very seriously hurt yesterday. Another person was arrested. A sword was involved. School goes into lockdown. This morning, parents are trying to make sense of how something so violent could unfold in a place that's meant to be safe. So before we get rolling on the show, I don't want to talk politics. I don't want to talk opinions, blame, anything like that. It's about information and understanding, and we really have to listen. Listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth. We have to do a lot of listening, especially to kids who may have seen what happened yesterday. And before we get going, I'm going to give you the latest information that I know to be true. There is a lot of rumor, innuendo, and garbage floating around on the internet. I am so glad to hear that there is a very strong likeliness that Brandon City Police will have another press conference later this morning with more details. Now, it would normally be at this time that I would share yesterday's press conference, but you know what? It's okay. I know how it is. I know how it is with the new media and the live streaming and so on. Sometimes things don't work as they should. Listen, I'm the king of that stuff. I'm glad they didn't reach out to me for help because I don't know how much help I could have been. So audio issues are bound to happen. And so on behalf of the city police, I do apologize that the audio is not good. But they did make that attempt yesterday to keep everybody in the loop right before supper time. On Tuesday afternoon at Glen, a 16-year-old student attacked another student with a sword, prompting a full lockdown of the school. Police getting a 911 call at about 1:15, reporting a male, quote, going crazy and holding a sword. Officers arrived within minutes, found the suspect still armed, and used a taser to arrest him. The victim, a 15-year-old male student, suffered wounds to his chest, arms, hands, and thighs. He was taken to Brandon Regional Health Center in serious condition. But again, a positive of this is he was upgraded rather quickly to stable condition. Outside the school, parents gathered anxiously as students were escorted out, some in tears, others hugging their families tightly. One student said that she saw the suspect chasing another student before running to class. Another described doors slamming, teachers shutting off lights, and students being told to stay quiet in corners. Police confirmed that there were no other victims and that the threat had been contained. The school division posted that the lockdown was due to an intruder in the building with a weapon, and Brandon police say they are continuing to investigate and will release more information soon. The school ended the day early yesterday, and support is being offered to students, staff, and families. Now, there was supposed to be exams today, provincial exams. Those have been postponed. There were supposed to be exams today and tomorrow. Those have been postponed. Brandon police said Tuesday they hope to hold a press conference this morning with further details. And it goes without saying that we need to rally around Glen. We need to rally around the parents and students and teachers. And again, this is about listening, getting information, and moving forward together. I don't have any answers. I don't have any opinions. All I know is that this is beyond awful. As a parent myself, I just cannot imagine. But we have seen instances south of the border where there have been tremendous acts of violence, and we've said to ourselves, thank God it can't happen here. And that's not something we can say anymore. But if we get more information as the show goes on, this show is live. It's a 2-hour show. We will be on until 9 a.m. Central Time. If they decide to go live with a press conference, we will interrupt the show completely. And we're keeping an eye on that closely. And again, if you see anything with regards to a live press conference from Brandon City Police, if you could, please let me know. We'll jump on over to the City Brandon YouTube channel and provide that as part of the stream, obviously. And maybe we'll even get a question or two in. Who knows? But we'll do our best to keep you updated. Okay, we're going to need good things, guys. We're going to need some yesterday's good things coming up. But first, let's see who we've got to say good morning to in chat. Hey, what do we got going on in Twitch? We got a Wednesday party started. Road Reverend Pebbles are here. Zumba Bernice is here. Borrowed Bean is here. Good morning. Tracy Roger is here. Good morning. Richard's over on Facebook. Hey, Richard. Hope your Wednesday is off to a good start. Patricia Ann Heffron is here on Facebook. Ange is here on Facebook. Angela Damaris. Good morning, everybody. Janine is here. Good morning. Tracy's over on Twitch. KDD4380 is here on Twitch, too. And Borrowed Bean on Twitch, along with Loretta on Facebook. Quentin's over on Twitch. Nick is here on Facebook. Cindy's here on Twitch, along with MJ. Good morning, MJ. Welcome, welcome. Borrowed Bean says, I just glanced at my phone, and I thought you were topless. And then the emoji's this. Oh. What does this say? It says, would you consider this skin color? What kind of device? You need to get a new device. This is obviously a tan shirt. It is not a skin-colored shirt. Jody, good morning. Good to see you this morning. Hello, Jody on Facebook. Janine has well wishes. I truly hope everyone gets the help they need. It is super important to reach out to a professional. It goes without saying that not just in this instance, but maybe even just hearing about this instance makes you think maybe I should get some help. Absolutely reach out. Get some help. I mean, it is so awesome. We have such a great team of professionals ready to help. Kids Help Phone is probably the one that stands out the largest for me, because Kids Help Phone was around when I was a kid. Man, that would make it now. Seniors Help Phone. Help me. I'm 52. But it's been around for a long time, and trained professionals, absolutely awesome. You can text, you can call 1-800-668-6868. 1-800-668-6868, and then you can text CONNECT to 686868. It's the easiest. It's the fastest. They can link you up to other professionals. It is a great resource. Okay, I think our good mornings are good. We have lots of folks dropping by to say hi, and thank you so much. Let's get into the good thing yesterday. I know it was scary as hell, says Patricia, being locked in a storage room with students trying to keep them quiet and just waiting, then watching parents pick up their kids. And I can't imagine. And I thank God that this couldn't have been worse. And I immediately thought of friends and family I have in the U.S. where guns are readily available, and the situation could have been so much worse. Now when we hear those stories coming from south of the border, we have to think to ourselves, oh my God, thank God we don't have easy access to firearms. Like, And I'm a gun guy. I like guns. I really do. But this, you get in. We have really substantial mental health challenges, and that's why it's important to reach out. Anybody, big, small, young kids, big kids, adults, old guys like me, I have no problems reaching out for help. Help is awesome. Help is fantastic. I think that is really at the core of a lot of this. We just have to make it okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay. Thanks for sharing that, Patricia, and I hope you're okay. Thank you for being here. Sending digital hugs your way. Let's get some GTs going on. GT took a nap, says MJ. And I had a bra that went missing that was the color of my shirt. Okay, everyone's fascinated with the color of my shirt. Not the first time I've worn this. Nick had to come over to Twitch. I hope we're not having some Facebook issues this morning. That would not be good. Oh, it looks like we might be. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure. Want to see some of these comments here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Yesterday's good thing. Who's got some good things? It'd be great. Let's get some positive stuff going on. Hey, Nick says, went to Music in the Park yesterday evening with my daughter. There we go. Music in the Park is back on. That's fantastic. That's awesome. A nice event downtown Brandon. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the dark side. Al Grainer, good morning on Facebook. Yes, I had seen that there was some things happening over in Europe, and of course, I think that we just have to be okay to reach out and ask for help. That's it. Because you know what? These are unprecedented times for everybody. Today's youth, we're not really wired as human beings to be so connected on digital devices, to have so much connection and influence on devices. I'm not blaming devices. I'm just saying it's not normal. You think to yourself, for millions and millions of years, we've been banging sticks and rocks together and, hunting animals in the wild. And now all of a sudden our society is moving very, very quickly at a rapid pace. And that's going to cause some mental health hiccups for everybody. Not to mention, a souring economy, political strife, people are struggling, record food bank usage. There's a million reasons to be stressed. These are not normal times. No one would say to you that anybody is weak. So it's important to reach out if you need it. Pebbles took some much-needed rest yesterday afternoon. That's a good thing. That's awesome. And, hubby dyed my hair. Okay, we were talking pictures before. Okay, what color is it? Oh, you got grad. It's not like he colored your hair purple or something. That would be... What if he did that by mistake? Honey, can you dye my hair for me? Sure, no problem. I can do that. I got the kid. Oh, I used the wrong dye. This was meant for poodles. Remember when we were going to dye poodles' hair purple? I grabbed the wrong dye. Sorry about that. Anyway, make for some interesting grad pictures. Co-ops of Westman, you're at home here with your local co-ops of Westman. From groceries to gas, hardware, and more, the agri-centers. When you shop at your co-op, you're supporting your local community. Because guess what? People who shop at the co-op, they own the place. They're the owners. Members own your local co-op. So you're lining the pockets of your community as opposed to lining the pockets of billionaires. Check it out. Get a co-op number today. Heritage Co-op, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary, and Hamiota Co-op. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, Westman's #1 EV dealership. It is official. General Motors is the #1 EV dealer in North America. They are currently the top of the mountain. There's a reason for that. They have got a stunning lineup of EVs and a great team willing to give you the information you need. What kind of hookup am I going to need? What's it going to cost? How far is it going to go? So on and so forth. What's my fuel cost going to be? Well, 0. I can answer that one. Tax incentives, lower maintenance, and more. Check out Westman's #1 EV dealership in Brandon. Murray GM, 1500 Richmond Avenue. And our friends at Auto Fashion. If you ever get hail damage on your vehicle or if you ever need some fix-up on your car, truck, SUV, please see Auto Fashion. They have a great lineup of services to offer you at autofashion.ca. They're MPI SGI accredited, paintless dent repair, window tinting, ceramic coating, and paint protection, and more. 255 17th Street North behind Lee's Buffet and Best West Pet Foods. Cindy was making pierogies for the freezer and let our bull out with the cows. That's his good thing. Doing like they do on the Discovery Channel. Yeah! Doing like they do on the Discovery Channel. Whoop, whoop. Nick likes the idea of hot pink hair for grad, or purple. Boro Bean took advantage of some nice weather where she is and had a nice long walk last night. That's awesome. Clear the air, clear your mind. Quentin says, I won't even touch Kelsey's hair. Your husband is a brave man. Well, and Quentin is a hairdresser. I thought that was in the marriage license, actually. In the province of Manitoba, line 4, subsection 2, paragraph A, and you agree to never touch the hair of your spouse. I remember Amber and I one time on the radio talking about if her husband had, in the middle of the night, inadvertently, by mistake, I don't know, sleepwalking, had just cut a single lock of her hair. She said, divorce. That's it. It'd be divorce. You do not touch the hair. Don't touch the hair. Ryan went for another run last night because he recently quit smoking, and it's nice to get some of that smoke air back in the lungs again. Yeah! Woo! Woo! Way to go, Ryan. Nah, he says he's hurting, but he's feeling great. Good. Run for both of us, buddy. Run for both of us. Jody's GT had a great response from Brandon Police and lots of compassion for Neelan High School. Well, and that can't just end today. That will definitely be something that will be needed for a while going forward, to be sure. Anyway, I'm Audi 5002. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Nick, but I know what later means. Shannon says, good morning. Hello, Derek. Good morning to you. We have a couple minutes more for yesterday's good thing. Yesterday's good thing. What happened yesterday that was good? Yesterday's good thing. I got rave reviews on my Nashville chicken sandwich from my family when they came home and enjoyed my cooking ability. And if you missed the show yesterday, chicken thighs. That was I'm telling everyone about that. Don't you love when you discover something that you think nobody else knows, and it's like, I've always made chicken burgers with chicken breast. Until yesterday. And it's the thighs. Get those thighs moving. Ryan's getting his thighs moving. You get your thighs moving onto the grill the good way, the way God intended. Frying on the grill. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing. I'm a Jack Daniels fan. I have been for, if it's not, tequila is my, what do you call that? Libation of choice. So if there's, then that's Mexican. So I haven't really been affected by this whole pulling American liquor off store shelves. I have missed my Jack Daniels. I knew it was coming. I stocked up a little bit, and I still have some, so I'm okay. No panic, anything like that. I'll likely be stateside probably in the next little bit, so I'll be able to likely get some more. But there are 2 provinces that have decided to put the U.S. liquor back on store shelves. So if you or someone you know has been missing things like Jack Daniels or bourbon or stuff like that, it is coming back. Not in Manitoba, but you'll have to climb aboard your vehicle. Well, it'd probably be easier for you to head south. However, if you want to stay here and get that done, we've got the details on that and the explanation as to why that's happening coming up in our next segment on the show. And I'm curious about underweight bags on airplanes. That's going to be interesting. Running sucks. Ryan, I could have told you that. I don't know much. But, I kind of figured that out pretty early on in life that, running. That's why it's a special kind of crazy person that likes marathons. When you come into contact with a new person in your life that says, so what do you like to do for fun? Well, I run marathons. Well, then we can't be friends. We can't associate. I can't comprehend that. God gave us legs and made us run to run from something that's about to eat us, like a tiger or a lion, something like that. But to run on purpose and I've been training. I'm training. Oh, good for you. Me too. Training for the Golden Corral Buffet Tour 2026. Arm up, arm down, arm up. Oh, man. Oh, that's my kind of training. Hey, we're going to go to the beach, and we'll be back with more show in just a second. Quick beach break. We're going to head off to Florida, where they're getting set to raise the Stanley Cup. I've all but given up. I know I shouldn't be doing that, but it's easier to avoid the disappointment. They'll be playing hockey again tomorrow night. We got to wait one more night. We're going to Naples. This is Vanderbilt Beach. Back with more in just a second.
We're halfway there. Sun shining in the air. Gonna dance without a care. Beach life everywhere. Let's go to the beach. Oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend. We don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. All day fun, catching rays. Salty air, perfect days. Smiles and waves in the haze. Shaking it in our ways. One step closer to the fun. Bright days, we're on the run. Every moment sparkles and shines. Beach vibes in our lines. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. Oh.
Hump Day Sunseekers. Yes, that's a beautiful setup. We got any beach chair we want down on the beach this morning on a happy Hump Day Wednesday. As we look outside again, we do have a air quality advisory in effect, an air quality statement from Environment Canada. That tells us that, again, if you have asthma, if you have some folks in your life who are vulnerable with regards to breathing issues, you may want to keep them indoors today as much as possible. Anyway, kind of a cool start to the day, too. 6 degrees. We're expecting to get into the 20-degree mark. Pretty much a normal weather week this week, nothing too dramatic. And as you may have seen in the ticker, some good news at Riding Mountain National Park. It looks as if you can have fires at the park again at designated campsite areas, and it has to be, they're asking you to please keep it a small contained fire and to please keep on top of it and make sure that you put it out before you leave and so on. But that's a good sign, and hopefully everybody is responsible and everybody realizes that all it's going to take is one person to get things rolling as far as fires go, and man, they are still fighting a good fight up north. 22 degrees in the sunshine. It looks like we'll have more sun this week than originally predicted at the start of the week, and looks like Dad's Day might see some rain showers now for both Sunday and Monday as we come down the home stretch of the last day of school. 15 days, 8 hours, and 3 minutes to go until school's out for summer. Indeed. And let's get right to the liquor. So, looks as if U.S. booze is back on store shelves, starting with Alberta, and it looks as if Saskatchewan is going to follow. Yes, the booze is back.
Distilleries and liquor stores, well, those we spoke with say, not much.
The holdoff is over for U.S. liquor imports to the province. In March, Alberta Gaming, Liquor, and Cannabis stopped the sale of all American alcoholic products due to the ongoing trade war. Here at the Kensington Wine Market, the move, not a game changer.
To be honest, it's not surprising. They are bringing it back, but they're bringing it back with a tariff on it.
The store currently has a large selection of wine along with a column of whiskeys imported from the U.S. These were bought before the ban came into effect. Products shipped after March 4th will have a 25% tariff. Whether the seller, store, or buyer pays it is up in the air. But what isn't is customers' choice over the last few months.
At least from what we've seen, the majority of consumers are avoiding American products if they can.
And for distillers like Mark Freeland, he doesn't think his business will feel the impact of U.S. liquor too much.
Let the chips fall where they may and let the guys that are making good stuff get it out there.
He distills gin, vodka, and whiskey. Since the ban came into effect, it helped drum up some interest for his products to get on more liquor store and restaurant shelves, but nothing substantial. In a statement, Service Alberta Minister Dale Nally says the province is trying to signal renewed commitment to open and fair trade with our largest partner, saying the decision sets the stage for more constructive negotiations ahead of a Canada-United States-Mexico agreement renewal, potentially leading to increased trade opportunities and economic growth for Alberta.
And Saskatchewan, too. So Scott Moe has said that he will do the same, and so you can expect to see American liquor on Canadian store shelves literally in days. However, I learned something in that is that there will be tariffs added onto it. So a normal $50 bottle of Jack Daniels could cost you $80 or $90. Who knows? I don't know. And plus, you're going to have to go to Moosomin to get it. You'll have to. That'll be the closest store for us in Canada to get American liquor. Oh, my American liver. American liquor back on the Canadian store shelves in the coming days. Probably best to call ahead before you make a significant trip like that, because Moosomin is what, like 2 hours, 90 minutes, 2 hours, and so there's that. The booze is back, but unless you're a guy like me and you like tequila, then that's not of concern to you because it's coming in from Mexico anyway. Okay, this is insane. Who makes sourdough bread? Do you guys make sourdough bread? Do you like sourdough bread? They have this thing called a starter, and apparently starters are passed down from generation to generation, and it's amazing to me that that's even possible, really. Some starters are decades old. This woman's starter, it's beyond started. Her name is Mary Reynolds. She's a Texas baked baker and mom of 6. And she has gone viral thanks to her sourdough starter. Are you ready for this? Check this out. This is crazy. It's moving. It's alive. It's alive. You can hear it.
I guess I'll pull this. Oh my god. Yikes.
What the hell? You're going to eat that. So is that just like, it's just yeast and sugar going crazy? I don't know. Isn't that bizarre? Wow, that thing is, it's alive. It's alive. Sourdough starter. The world is talking about that. The culinary world, anyway. Holy cow. So you mix flour and water, let it ferment over several days. During this time, the wild yeast and the lactic acid bacteria from the environment grow in the mixture. The result is a bubbly, tangy smelling substance that you use instead of commercial yeast to make bread rise. You feed it regularly with more flour and water to keep it alive. It is alive. That's wild. Do you make sourdough bread? Anybody? Sunseekers? No? Still excited? Everyone left to go buy U.S. booze. Okay, I don't know if it's available today. Everyone's gone. They're in their cars. They're gone to Saskatchewan to get some Jack Daniels, probably for me, because you guys love me. You don't have to do that right now. We got conversations to have. That is just ripe. Wonder what that smells like. Does it smell good? When you're making, like, you gotta, that's insane. Okay, let's talk wedding stuff. Everybody likes to talk wedding stuff. I'm getting word this morning that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce might be secretly married. Oh my God, what will we do? What will we do if they took off and decided that they were going to get married without telling us? A wedding-related, Taylor Swift fans went into full freakout mode after a wedding planner casually dropped a post on the internet alluding to the fact that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce might already be married. The marriage speculation led to Swifties sending their best wishes to the couple. Oh, my God. Some fans speculated whether the superstar couple were married. Others weren't convinced. May their children be as tall and good-looking and talented as them, said one person online. How could you pull something like that off? You're pretty famous to get married in secret. That would be tough to do. The speculation began after a wedding planner shared BTS details from the nuptials of Cole Kemet and Emily Jaros? Okay. Oh, one of the invitations was for Taylor and Travis Kelce. Now I understand. So she's putting together the wedding invitations for another wedding, and it was requested that they put this on the envelope. Taylor and Travis Kelce, table 13. Maybe they are married. Will they be asked to pay for their meal? That is causing a bit of a stir. There is a woman who is pretty upset that she was invited to a wedding and she was asked to pay for her meal. But how do they do it nowadays? It's 2025. Things are expensive. How else could you do it?
Asking you to cover the cost of your plate at their wedding. So let's just say you're minding
How would you respond
your
to a text
business
from a
on
friend?
this here cloudy Tuesday afternoon when you get a text notification from your friend that got married a few weeks ago. The text reads, "Hey, my wife told me that she hasn't received your $115 for the wedding. No rush, just zell it to me whenever you get the chance." Now you're looking at your phone like, am I the crazy one? Because at no point was it communicated prior to the wedding that I was going to have to pay for my plate. Wasn't on the invitation either, but you and your plus one gave a $400 cash gift in a card at the wedding. Now this wedding took place at a very expensive restaurant in a private room at said restaurant, and you're wondering why the hell would you book a place that you can't afford to pay for on your own? But apparently in the year of our Lord, 2025, people go into debt to get married.
Of
Shocker.
course. Well, they've always done that.
Not only are you trying to understand where the audacity came from, you realizing that you didn't even drink at this wedding.
No.
There was no open bar. There was no dance floor because it was in a restaurant. When you ask your friend, why am I just now finding out that I'm responsible for the cost of my plate at your wedding? He says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. My bad. I guess I forgot to tell you." You think? What would you do in this situation?
Well, here's the thing. I think you should quit your whining. Quit your whining. Okay, couple things, okay? Things are expensive. It's 2025. And think about it. If I had a birthday party that I wanted the Sunseekers to come and attend, think about this for a second. Tyler's big birthday. We are going to meet at restaurant XYZ and we are going to party down. You're interested, aren't you? You think to yourself, I want to go to Tyler's birthday party because he's a damn nice guy. Probably a little bit of fun when he's got a couple of shots of tequila in him. I ain't paying for you. You're going to pay your own bill. So what's the difference? Come on, it's 2025. Things are expensive. Janine says if you can't afford to have a wedding, elope. I think this is the growing trend. Listen, Sunseekers, listen to me. Things are changing, and they're changing fast. Times are changing. That's the old way of doing things. Wedding dresses. Grooms are wearing wedding dresses. Brides are wearing tuxedos. Guests are paying for weddings. Get with the program. It's the future. It's the future. Patsy Ann says if they gave $400 in a card, that covers the plate. That's a nice size little chunk of change. $400. What are you paying for the whole wedding? Holy cow. How about $40? Really? Here's just, a token of my appreciation. Thank you for having me. Show me to the buffet line. See you later. That's why I probably don't get invited to a lot of weddings. Quentin says, nope, if you can't afford to have 300 people at your wedding, have 30. No, make them pay. Come on. Make them pay. This is just another change you're going to have to get used to. And I think that this woman, she's obviously, I want to see some of the comments. What are some of the comments? I bet you people are agreeing with me that this is the way it has to be. Things are too expensive. I can't afford to feed myself, let alone feed you. What are you talking about?
Asking you to cover the cost of your plate at their wedding. So let's just say you're...
Okay. How can I see some of the comments? Well, maybe I can't actually see some of the comments. What say you? Is it right to ask? Of course it's right. Mandy says, oops, I overpaid, $285. I overpaid. I need that money back, though. Can you send back the overpayment? Nice try. Faith says, take it out of the $400 gift. Conversation about the plate is over. Sandy says, use the $400 and then lose my number. Use the $400 from the card, then lose my number. Cindy says, we had 2 daughters' weddings in the last 2 years. A lot of food, open bar. Yes, it's expensive, but can't imagine charging people or my daughters for that stuff. Well, I don't have cows sitting around in my yard worth $50,000 a head. It's going to be Costco hot dogs, and you're paying for it. $1.50 each, please. That's how it's going to be. Kat says invitations aren't invoices. That's not a wedding. It's a group dinner. Okay, Anna, call it what you want. Then it's a group dinner. I'm a cheapskate, and I'm pissed off everything's so expensive. Oops, I forgot to leave that. I forgot to leave that on the invitation that you're expected to pay. Gary says, I'd never pay to go to a wedding. It's not a wedding. It's, wow, that's part of it. It's what did Anna say? It's a group dinner where 2 people are gonna say I do. So what? Big deal. Brenda says, sounds suspicious. Does the wife know that that he's doing this? Oh, you think that somebody is like asking for the money without the other person knowing? Interesting. I'm embarrassed to ask anyone for $100 to somewhere I actually invited them to, says Patsy. Lauren says, I just wouldn't even respond. I wouldn't even respond. And Barry says, have a wedding you can afford. Guests don't pay for the wedding. The audacity. The audacity is insane. Have you guys seen the price of stuff? Like, seriously? Have you seen the price of stuff? I think this is genius. I applaud. I think it's fantastic. I think that's the real reason she's sharing this TikTok, is to let people know that this is the new one of the variety. It's right up there with the bride walking down the aisle to, like, some rap song, doing the dance, and the bridesmaids are all in sync, and it's like, here comes the bride. So 1950s, paying for your guests' meals. In fact, what if we could turn this into a moneymaker? What if we could turn this into, now it's got me thinking, maybe what we do is we market it properly, that, these are limited supply tickets, and, you try to get a return on investment. There could be something here. This could be a money-making venture. The Sunseekers are disgusted with me. Well, I told you I was cheap. There are no limits to the cheapness. No limits to my cheapness. Hey, Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, the official oil change of the Tyler Glen Show at 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon, making donations to Samaritan House, Helping Hands, and the Bear Clan every time you get your oil changed. 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Headley's Health Hut. Today is Win Back Wednesday. It's a big day at Headley's Health Hut because you could walk in, you've got a sore back, sore head, you want something for your liver, your stomach, you're picking up protein powder, maybe something sugar-free or gluten-free, a weight loss supplement, and all of a sudden you walk out with your stuff and it's free. How does that work? Well, Win Back Wednesday is the second Wednesday of every month at Headley's Health Hut. And up to $500 could be returned to you today only for Win Back Wednesday. And don't forget, the last Friday of the month is Customer Appreciation Day, and they are planning a beach party for the 27th. Yours truly is going to be there, eating peanut butter, having some of that alcohol-free tequila shots. On Friday, June the 27th. That's their beach party, Customer Appreciation Day to kick off summer. That's the day after the last day of school. Should be a good time to celebrate the end of the school year at Headley's Health Hut, 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. And our friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery. All the best baked goods are available at Kuiper's Family Bakery for your hot dogs and hamburgers. Of course, they've got the greatest and fluffiest and most delicious buns imaginable. When I'm doing my pulled pork on the smoker, I pull off that incredible pulled pork. I want some tray buns to go along with it. And the tray buns are squishy as you get that delicious, juicy pulled pork in between those two soft pieces of Kuiper's bun. Oh, that's so delicious. Tray buns, monster cookies, cinnamon buns, and more. Find it all at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. Taste the tradition baked into every bite. So from paying for your own plate at a wedding, getting the bill, to another wedding story involving a bride that has texted her bridesmaid with a request. And so what has happened here is a person has dropped a few dress sizes in the lead up to her bestie's big day. However, instead of praise and support, the bride met her with jealousy, harsh accusations, and a shocking ultimatum. As the wedding gets closer, I just have one request. I need you to put your weight back on. The person says, I am wearing oversized clothes to disguise my weight loss, and it's not working. She's getting very angry. So, I'm sure you've heard some Bridezilla stories, but wow, this is up there. Actually, and this really happened. She asked kindly and gently, please, can you consider at least putting some of the weight that you lost back on? And of course, she says, listen, this was for my mental health. I'm feeling better. And I think that's great. That's fantastic. But I think the bigger fish that's about to get fried here is that a lot of people on social media are saying, hey, wow, Susan, you lost it. You're looking fantastic. And at a wedding, you can't have that. You can't have that. No one's allowed to wear white. No one's allowed to look good at the wedding. One person is allowed to look good at the wedding. And that is drilled into people's heads, and I think that's why the bride is a little bit upset. So imagine you lost a bunch of weight, and you're the groom, if you're a groomsman, or in this case, you're a bridesmaid. I don't know what I would say. I would probably say, listen, it's okay. This is what I literally would say. I understand that my weight loss is making you feel uncomfortable because I'm hot. I'm hotter than an egg on a frying pan. I get that. I get everyone's at the wedding to come and see me. Probably flex. Halfway through the reception line, ripping my shirt off, and the people be going, well, I get that. It's an attention grabber. I get it. So maybe I should step away. It's probably best. Let that be my gift to you, and then I could be both a cheapskate and tactful at the same time. Let this be my gift to you. Now, give me my $200 plate of food. And Blessed Mama says, I hope the girl told her to take a hike. Yeah, the friendship is definitely on the rocks. It is definitely on the rocks. It goes back and forth and back and forth. I will post this story on my website. It's too long to get into. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's amazing how some people. So you were supposed to clear your weight loss with her first? How crazy is this? But she's a good friend of mine. I really love her. I don't want this to come between us. It's unbelievable. The bride said, you may have wanted to clear this weight loss with me before accepting that you were going to be a bridesmaid. Now, I have heard this too with brides who are disappointed that their bridesmaids get pregnant. Oh, you're going to wreck our pictures now. Oh, my. And it's just like, holy cow. Are you here to get married or? People get crazy at weddings. I have found the cure. We start charging them for their food. This will lead to a reduction in guests, less pressure on everybody, and it's going to save you a whole lot of money. Cindy, I'm sorry. I bet you're feeling like you're at the party late. You gave everybody a free meal, and they said thank you. It's amazing how shallow some people are. Should be happy for her. Like, oh my God, I would bow out. Yeah, it is rather crazy. It truly is. Coming up in hour 2 of the show, this exciting new Mountain Dew flavor burning up the internet this morning. And what's the difference between an overweight bag and an underweight bag? Apparently you can get charged for both. I've never heard of an underweight bag before, but apparently it's happening because we now live in an era where even the airlines are going to charge you soon for oxygen. Are you turning on your little oxygen thing? Your little fresh air thing? Oh, that's an extra $2. That's an extra $2. What the hell's an underweight bag? That's crazy. Oh, no. Nathan just sent me a message before we go. The grade 7, grade 8 track and field meet has been postponed because of poor air quality. So, again, before we jump off of the Facebook and onto Twitch exclusively, please pass that along. That is the grade 7-8 city track meet has been postponed because of poor air quality. Thank you for that, Nathan. I'll make sure to put that on my Facebook page, as well as we say goodbye to our Facebook friends and move on over to Twitch. We are also saying farewell to our friends on YouTube and X as well. YouTube, thank you so much for dropping by. We're moving over to the Twitch platform at twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. You can also watch through tylerglenshow.com.